All the smoke, all the smoke, all the smoke. Welcome to Relationship Recap. This is your girl, Christal XO. And of course, I got to bring in Pajama Mo for today's episode of Relationship Recap.
What up?
Ready to love.
Woo!
We back.
We back.
And it feels so good. It feels so good to be back on. Are you just puffing away?
You don't never mind what I'm doing.
Oh my geez. No, but it feels so good. Tonight's episode of Ready to Love is back.
Did y'all watch?
Did you watch? I'm sure everybody watched. Because they're here. The people are here.
There we go.
The people are here. And
that's true.
Yeah. It was really, really good. I want to say before we jump into tonight's episode, because you guys know we've been talking about a lot of other shows, right? But I want to say that out of 9 seasons, right? Ready to Love has 4 couples that are still together.
Yeah, you sent me that earlier today. Yeah,
4 couples that are still together. So we have Joy and Clifton. We have, of course, Cornelius and Camille, which we saw get married tonight. There is Sabrina and Walter from DC, and they didn't even date on the show. They connected afterwards. And then Mario and Riva from Atlanta, 2nd season in Atlanta. And the interesting thing about Mario and Riva is Mario had narrowed his choices down to 2 women, and he ended up picking Tondi. Go back to the archives. He picked Tondi. He sent Riva home. And then after he went home and dated Tondi for a few weeks, he broke it off with her, went back, called Riva up, and got with her.
That's real life now. That's how it be happening.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. So and they're still going strong. And it's been 6-7 years since Ready to Love, at least 6 at this point, because that was before the pandemic. So shouts out to those couples. We saw Joy and Clifton last week with Carlos,
right?
And then tonight we saw Camille and Cornelius. I got a clip. You guys know I got a clip. I want to play a clip from the wedding, and then I want us to start out with that because it was a beautiful thing. Interestingly enough, Mo, I don't think you were watching Ready to Love at this point. Camille and Cornelius were from DC. There was a lot of drama around their relationship, right? And they actually left early. They both left the journey early. And then they stayed together. People were skeptical. People wouldn't believe in it. And they ended up, making it all the way to the altar.
Y'all might remember 2 singles. They went through the Ready to Love journey in Washington, D.C. Some people, including myself, didn't think they were ready to love. But today, they about to prove us all wrong in a big league kind of way.
Wow.
Y'all ready to do this?
Yes.
Are you ready to do this?
We ready, Tommy?
Okay.
I thought he was talking about us. I watched DC Experience. Like, who could it actually really be?
Without further ado, please welcome Cornelius and Camille.
I got hope now.
Seeing Camille and Cornelius, I was hyped because I definitely seen the season with those 2 in there.
Keep this PG. Keep this PG.
Are you gonna behave yourself today?
No, I'm coming full force. What do you mean I'm playing?
Coming full force for who?
To you.
Okay. Hopefully, we can come back and be like, oh, we married.
Let's get it.
I just was so happy that they were, able to find love. And now I get to witness their wedding. Yes.
Hey, look at everything. What's up, man?
Wow. Look at y'all. Oh, my God. Black love look good on y'all. I can't be more proud.
I love that. Black love looks good on y'all. Hand clap for Camille and Cornelius.
Absolutely.
I should have brought a clip because I had a clip when I interviewed the two of them. It's interesting because during that season, Camille was very headstrong, put it nicely. And she actually said that in her vows tonight, that he told her if she didn't, kind of relax a little bit and let him take the lead, it was not going to work. And she said that he made her feel safe, and she was able to do that. Another thing I want to bring up is that Cornelius was actually really committed to his religious beliefs, right? And he did not, some of the ladies were not, really into the fact that he said he was not going to be intimate with anybody. And, the right woman respected that. The other women weren't really feeling it, but it worked out for him. You know what I mean? So I think that it's just proof that you can stick to your guns. You can be who you are. Camille has her PhD. She's very accomplished, which I think should show women that it doesn't matter. You don't have to change who you are, but you do have to fix the parts of you that need help, but you don't have to change who you are. There's nothing wrong with being successful. And you can definitely find a man that loves you and that you love, because she's very attractive. I mean, he's an attractive guy. She didn't have to settle, is my point. So I think that's just proof that what you want is out there if you believe. But you do have to do the work, to get that.
I think 1000%. I think if you walk in your truth, you're going to separate the people that are for you, because they're like, nah, and stay on that path, and you're going to attract the ones that are for you. So if it's something you don't do or something that you're not with, hold on tight to that, because you're going to weed the people out.
Yeah.
They'll weed themselves out.
Yeah, absolutely. They will weed themselves out. Claudine says the fact they walked together show they were already married in front of their family. We know that. But I do agree with Tommy that it was cool for them to come back and do that. It was a great way to start this season out, because I think for so many seasons we've only seen, train wrecks. So I think it showed them that it can happen. It was a good way to, set the tone for this season in Philly, gave them something to look forward to. And most importantly, it showed people that Ready to Love is, knocking things out the box a little bit better than some of the other shows. Married at First Sight, Love is Blind.
Because guess who I don't see together no more from the last season?
Who was that?
Mika and
Justin. I never believed that. I never was a believer of that.
No, it was real. I was following them on social media. It was real but
yeah, I know that they were, but I just never felt like I didn't ever feel like that was gonna last.
Yeah, a couple people said that.
Yeah, I never believed in their love. I didn't. I didn't. But you know what? It's crazy. I was thinking about Philly. The show being in Philly this season definitely breathed new energy into Ready to Love. And
Right.
it's so cool that Super Bowl is happening, and the Philly premiere Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. That's cool. How did Will Packer know to pick Philly? It was just
might be an indication of something.
Let's hope so. I just want to go on the record saying I am rooting for Philly in the Super Bowl.
Likewise.
Yes. Susie Solange Simpson said Mika and Justin unfollowed each other. We knew it wasn't going to last. It was more of a lust thing than love. And I agree with Susie 100%.
She on vacation with a bad chick right now. I know, because I follow.
I know you do. But the thing is, I just felt like I felt like Justin wasn't really what she wanted. And I feel like, him saying that he was okay not having children, that's a big decision to make based on somebody that you're dating when you're not really ready for marriage.
I think that gym teacher money ain't getting it.
And on that note, let's dive into the singles tonight.
Man, I was I'm not gonna lie, I changed my mind about certain things when we did our
ratings.
rated. And mind you, it was just based on opinion. We didn't know anything about these people.
We didn't. We were just having fun. But I will say this.
Some
I
stuff
will
was
say
true, though.
that they obviously did that photo shoot that day.
I wonder what makes you say that.
I want to say that photo shoot, because we saw those same outfits on the people today. Those outfits were on. Yeah.
One, because it stood out strong. Couldn't miss that one.
There were a couple that I couldn't miss, but obviously, well, I don't even want to start here because that was my biggest issue for tonight was well, there are two ladies that
we can get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Let's start in the beginning with the singles being introduced and everybody's energy. Out of the group that you saw when people were walking around and introducing themselves, you know what? We should have a full segment on Uncle Tommy's insanity. 2 marriages, really. Okay, guys, hold on. All right. Let's talk about who we felt like had the best connection when they were interacting, when they were flirting. Hey, Lintoy.
Connection?
Just flirtatious moment. Because I did feel like, and it's crazy because one of the guys that I did not rate very high, I feel like he got a really low rating on when we did our thing. Not y'all saying none of them. Come on, y'all. Come on, peace. Don't do that. Y'all, come on now. Come on. We got to give it time. And I did see a couple of them having a good time, but I want to get this gentleman's name right. Hold on. Because I feel like he got a very low rating. And of course we know that it's only 10 singles that were 5 and 5 men and 5 women were introduced today. The other 5 and 5 are coming up next week. I don't like when they do that. I don't like to split it up because I think it's weird. But I want to say this gentleman right here, Jay got a lot of play from the ladies. And I will also say I didn't like his outfit. I didn't like it last week before. I didn't like it then. I didn't like it now. But there's got to be something that we're not seeing because a lot of the ladies actually enjoyed his conversation and were like, really, yes, he has cornrows. Or plaits. These kind of look like the color purple Sealy braids, but y'all see that? But the ladies liked him.
They did. I didn't.
And I do want to say, Haitian, thank you for pointing that out. I did not like the fact that he said his Denzel walk. I respect the fact that he knows it.
I knew he was going to say something about that.
But I did not like. I said, now, sir, don't do that. Don't do that, sir. Don't do that. Antoinette.
I knew you was going to say that.
Well, I just couldn't believe that he would have the audacity to connect him, to correlate what he was doing with Denzel. I didn't like it. I didn't like the braids. I didn't like the yellow striped shirt. But I think that, his presence, he obviously is confident, and the ladies were feeling him. What are your thoughts on that? Back to you.
Can never know with them women from Philadelphia.
Jay? Okay, Claudine says Jay reminds me of Omar Epps. Can I point out? Well, I don't want to.
Omar Epps in Too Deep, but before he went undercover, when he had I know what she's talking about.
Not Omar Epps from Juice.
No, In Too Deep.
I know. I'm just making a difference.
Right.
I'm just making sure that we understand that there's a difference between Juice and In Too Deep.
Yeah.
If you hear me in the chat, please give me an amen. There's a difference between Omar Epps from Juice and Into Deep.
Yes, 20-year difference at that point, but yes.
But I mean, most importantly, a huge difference.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but no, he seemed like a very nice guy. In cybersecurity. Well, no, he's actually the Adidas manager.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I mean, really. Okay, so whatever. Okay, Adidas.
What?
The title's a little shaky.
It was. We looked it up. We delved into it the last time and saw that it was a bit like, I mean, pretty much is somebody that organizes the styles, the mannequins at the store. That's what he put down on the paper. I don't know. Yes, but no. Indeed, Antoinette. Yes, but no. Let's talk about, I know you were saying this. I was going to text you and I was like, I'm just going to save it for the show. Will, I said last week or the week before, older is not good. I mean, no, because you have most of these people are in their early 30s. Will was 41. That's a big difference from 31 or 32, 33.
It could be a good thing, right?
It could, but what we noticed is that Will came off a bit corny. Now, I'm sure it's not because he's 41, but that certainly wasn't helping.
It not for that room.
I don't think for any room. What was his comment about the masturbating? That was weird.
Oh, he was out of pocket on that one. I ain't gonna.
Where did that come from?
He was out of pocket on that one.
He was out of pocket numerous times. I mean, that was kind of like boundary weird. But even with him talking about, why would he bring up his former marriages and joke about the fact that he was only married a year each time?
He thought he was funnier than what he really was. I know.
He wasn't funny at all.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. He thinks he's funny, but I don't know. But you're right about that. I did notice something else about him when they showed the pictures of him in the past. He's one of them brothers. He needed a beard. He just looked like a thumb.
I did know that his picture, the second marriage. Oh, thank you, Papa Bear. Thank you. Oh, he bought me a Blizzard. He knows I love a Blizzard from Dairy Queen. Shut up, Mo.
Man, you read my mind's about to go there, but okay.
Shut up, Mo. Babe, your food is in the microwave.
That's what I'm talking about.
You shut up, Mo.
Y'all doing good work over there. I like that. Y'all take care of each other. I like that.
Shut up, Mo. Okay, Naomi said that I think Jay and Kiara had a connection. I thought so too. I thought Jay did a good job talking to everybody, honestly.
He did.
But okay, I noticed that Will, did you guys notice that in his marriage, in his wedding photos, he looked totally different?
That's what I was saying. It was the beard. He looked like a thumb. It was all a thumb.
The second, you know what? Haitian Empress is on you. She says, is Mo using a glass? I noticed that since the red cup comment, he has been using real stemware.
No. Here's the thing. And this is why she keeps jumping in. I did this because I'm drinking the prayer.
Oh.
But you did make that comment, but you don't understand why I was drinking tea. I wasn't drinking liquor. I don't know what she thought, but in any case.
You were drinking tea in a red cup?
Yes.
That's weird.
You're going to come over to my house and wash the dishes. I was drinking the sleepy tea. Remember we were talking about that?
Yeah, but I didn't know that was what was in the red cup.
At that time, when she made the comment, she you know, she ain't missed the pajama mode. She don't know that. She's coming late to all this. But anyway.
She mentioned that you were in your finest polyester.
I don't know what the material is, but it feels good on my skin.
Is it? I'm gonna refrain. Okay, back to Will.
Nothing but the finest threads. But continue.
to Will. Okay, the marriages, the jokiness, the masturbation comment. I was not surprised that he ended up in the kick. You know, he was eliminated.
I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised. I was surprised because I thought somebody else was gonna be on the woman's side. They got somebody right. On the man's side, I thought it should have been somebody else. But
Who do you think it should have been?
on the man's side,
Yeah,
the brother was a little bit sensitive, and I kind of get what he was saying, but he was a little too sensitive. He should have stuck to his guns. The one that was talking to the teacher.
that was Jay.
He kept getting defeated. She was a little too tight.
That was Jay, though. I just said he was good. Everybody else liked him, but her.
Yeah, I think.
I didn't think he was gonna go. Everybody else liked him, but her. And let's talk about her.
You know what? Let's talk about her.
Let's talk about True. Yes. First of all, that dress was worse in person than in the photos.
Damn it.
And it had the nerve to have a high slit. Conservative print.
I missed that.
Conservative cut with a high slit.
I missed
Because when she was standing there on a chopping block, I saw a lot of thigh. And I was like, that is so strange that dress that looks like a curtain would have a slit up the thigh. That's so strange. That's so strange.
Older ladies can be sexy too.
She's not an older lady.
I know, but the
She's just wearing an older lady's dress.
that part.
She comes across. I was going to save this for later, but she's not the worst woman. There's another one that was worse than her, but
we'll get to that.
She came across as way too serious. She takes herself way too serious. When she mentioned that she had therapy and she's done and it's necessary and all this stuff. First of all, you never get to the point where you're finished maturing, right? Finished making yourself better. So the fact that she kind of came off as holier than self-righteous on the fact that she'd done the work was a red flag to me. But the way she was talking to Jay, I was like, she's doing too much. And we see that she continues to do that later. Because we saw a clip where
problem, she's freshly removed. She's not, you know what I mean? I think that's it.
What do you think? What do you mean?
I think she just got out of therapy before she
right. But people that just got out of therapy are big to brag about the fact that they did therapy.
That's my point. She needed a gap. It's not a big enough grace.
She needs to stay in.
Yeah.
You don't ever get to the point where you're not needing it. But she did. He was just talking. And it's like, this is the thing, ladies. If a man tells you something about himself, because he was like, first of all, anybody who's been in an 11-year relationship and obviously seems very dedicated to their children, you know, he had a point that he knows how to be in a relationship, right? And the fact that he took 4 years off, good for him, because I don't believe that people that just come out of relationships need to jump back in relationship. 11 years need to heal. And he did that. If he was 6 months out, like some people have been on this show, that would have been a red flag. But him saying that he was a player for a while, she was determined to nail him to a cross for that. And it's like she kept trying to prove him wrong. And it's like, if you're trying to prove to a man that he's not a good person, why does he want to deal with you? Why would he want to keep trying to get over? He kept trying and he was like, okay, cool.
But you're 1000% right. But what he should have done was just kept his cool and let it, like, don't get emotional. You know, don't put emotions into it. She feels the way she feels. You don't have to get, you know, emotionally invested in her opinion of you when you know better. That's all.
It's also on TV.
Huh?
It's also on camera.
That's even more the reason not to do it.
To hold your cool, right?
Yeah, you on TV. That's just my opinion on it. But he was right. But what I'm saying is, you let her see that bothered you. You know what I mean? When you didn't
call him a whore.
And she was the first one you was really talking. You didn't. You showed it too soon. I thought you didn't have to give that to her.
Yeah, I mean, but if he had been dismissive, then that would have been good either.
You'd be like, all right, that's your opinion. You ain't got to try to prove it to her and then get mad when you say it the second time and she don't get it.
Yeah.
You got to treat it like that's her loss. You can't treat it like it's your loss.
Naomi Santana says they all said that they felt like she was interviewing them.
She definitely had that, that energy. I don't know if she's tired or, like I said, it really seemed like she came fresh out of, whatever counseling or whatever therapy.
Well, when she was talking to, I think it was Naeem, and she was like saying that she'd been hurt before. He was like, "You've been hurt," and she was like, "Man," you could tell she'd been through something.
Yeah. Any woman that dressed like that gave it her all and it didn't work, and she's trying to rebuild herself, but she's not there yet. Not with that attitude anyway. It doesn't feel like she's there yet.
Mo.
Yes.
What does the dress have to do with the redemption?
Well,
I'm curious.
The dress, to me, it either could be one or two things. The first thing is she has an older spirit, possibly raised by her grandmother. She might be from the suburbs of Philadelphia. She's not into all this hippity hoppity stuff out here. That's not her.
She was there from the time Meek Mill was on the corner, and I thought that was weird.
Yeah, me caught a stray on that. I didn't like that. I don't know, man. God bless. She's still dealing with some things. Nah, I don't hate that. I mean, listen, she had her choice of outfit. Wouldn't be my choice. Wouldn't, but I'll tell you this though. Out of a lot of the women there, now that I got a good look, she's a lot prettier than most. I'll say that. Not prettier than all, because we're gonna get to who the pretty one is, but she was prettier than most.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I thought most of them were pretty.
Outfit for you. I undressed her. No disrespect. I put a different outfit that I could see.
I thought that most of the women were attractive.
I thought so when we did the thing, but looking up there, it was stuff that made them unattractive. The person that's attractive even surprised me.
Okay, let's talk about what made the people unattractive and what was it? Tell me what it was.
It was the energy.
Energy made them unattractive.
Yeah, it's a few of them. The one, I mean, I don't want to get too specific because I know we're gonna go down to each person, but they were mentioning about the homeboy. When somebody says you like one of the guys, you got energy like that, that's not a compliment by any stretch.
We saw that.
IGGA energy.
But you're right. You're right. Hey, there says it was. So you're talking about their character, not necessarily their looks.
Yeah, and it just made it look like, nah, I'm good. Wasn't the softness? It was just a lot of. It was a lot of stuff that just turned me off, and I was like, But it was one that did stand out, and I wasn't even thinking about her, to be honest with you. But I was like, that's the one. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, I want to know who this is.
Yeah.
I mentioned Angie because first of all, I can sense there's gonna be some drama with this young lady.
Oh, you don't know?
Angie in the red dress. First of all, Angie caught the bouquet. She was going to wrestle the lady down to the ground.
2 hands.
She was not playing with that bouquet at all. Another thing is, you guys notice when I think it was Jay actually that asked for her number. She said she got super excited. She was like, "It's not too quick, is it? Is it? What?" Like, she was really over the top. Now, I did like the fact that she said, when he was like, "Do you have a certain type?" And actually, it wasn't Jay. It was the other guy. Hold on, the other guy with the dreads. Hold on, let me pull his name up. I got everybody down here on my. in my notes.
Nice.
So she was talking to him and he said, well, do you have a type? And she said, well, actually, I'm attracted to you. I was like, okay, girl, Wayne.
We
It was
love
Wayne.
We love that. I like that.
I thought that was cool. But the fact that she seemed, I don't know if she was excited about him or she's just excited to be around men.
That's a great point. That's a great point. This is where consistency comes in.
Right.
You just wait and see. Don't get too excited, fellas. Just kind of see how consistent she is, because you're going to know when new energy walks in the room and see where her attention goes. But yeah, you're right. That's a good call.
P said, I think it's because she was close to being married before. She talked about her fiance that she had, that everything was perfect.
Oh, the one that passed.
And then he passed away.
Right. I got you.
But she did seem to be like really excited. And that whole little interaction she had with the producer, like, I hope he calls me. Is it too fast or too soon? It was just like, this is the bartender, Linda V. This is the bartender.
That's another thing you got to look out for. See, the bartender now. Just going out there. One of them occupations that you talk about, that's somebody that relies on other people.
Yeah, and
The opposite sex to be. You see what I'm saying?
And she did say that she has 10 brothers and sisters.
Ooh.
So the guy was like, that's a whole squad. She said she has 6 brothers. My God.
She lived with all 6. Let's be clear.
Right. But still, that's a lot.
It is a lot. But some people got that and never even seen them siblings. Never seen 8 of them. They just know.
No. Because the way she said, she sees what her mom and dad had.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, you know what? She did say that. She did say that.
And she said, do you want to have a lot of kids? And then he said 1 to 3. And I felt like she was judging him.
She was.
Because you could tell I feel like all 10 of them were in the house. 11 of them were in the house. And she was like, that's what she,
Unless you have a farm, there's no reason to have that.
Hell, even with a farm.
Good gracious.
But yes, I think she's going to be a problem. I think she's a little. Anybody that moves that fast, that was the first person she talked to. She dived in.
Wait till them other 10 wait until them other 5 men get in the space. That's when you're going to be able to tell.
Yeah. Gotta talk about Naeem. This is the Naeem.
Yeah, I know who Naeem is. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Naeem?
Naeem, leave a little mystery to yourself, brother. Leave a little mystery to yourself. Naeem it's you kind of feel for him because you understand the story, but at the same time, it's like you don't want to rush in it. He could seem, because I don't know, have a tendency to move a little fast because of his situation, and him not because of his situation, because he's explaining everything about himself early. You know what I mean? So that could happen. I don't know, but he seems very nice. He's he has not bad energy, but
he doesn't have bad energy, and he's 42, so he doesn't look 42.
Yeah, he looks great for his age. He's ready. He looks great for his age. Yeah,
and at least I guess, but I mean, so 5 children and 3 baby mamas.
Now that. He's
that's a lot.
But for the way he looks and probably in his area of Philadelphia, I expect that. I can see that. The ladies, they I don't know. That's his biggest hurdle.
It's a big hurdle.
That's his big. Well, that will be a woman's biggest hurdle. It ain't his hurdle. That's his life.
Right. That's true.
get over that, it's kind of tough.
And this is my thing. He did also admit to having baby mama drama.
That part, he should have never said that.
But really for me, and I know this is probably, people are going to disagree, but if you have baby mama drama, you should not come on a show. Because just like with Tyler and Ashley from Love is Blind, like if you already have drama before you come on the show, when you come on the show, it's going to get worse.
Especially for a show like this.
That's a show like this. And then whoever is dating you doesn't deserve to be thrown into that.
If you got baby mama drama, and you from Philly, you always going to have baby mama drama. Forever.
You're going to have baby mama drama forever.
What?
Now, I want to be honest, because I can't sit here and say, my husband has 5 children and 3 baby mamas. Now, when I met him, the children were grown. So, but I cannot be hypocritical, because that's not what we do here.
Because somebody remember that you said that before and bring it up. So I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah, I'm just going to, and quite honestly, my husband is also adopted.
Same situation.
Same situation. So my point is, they were all adults. Yes. All adults. Haitian Empress is hilarious. She said, and has the same hairstyle. And does. But you know what? I think that depending on the man, because I feel, stop it. There people are saying they're twins. Stop it.
They're definitely not twins.
They're not twins. But it is a lot of adult. That's a lot. 5 is a lot of anything. It's a lot of anything. Children, dog, animal, anything.
Anything living.
Right. Not even living. Cars. 5 is a lot.
Nah, if you got 5 pair of jeans, I think you need at least 5 more.
5 pairs of jeans. Okay, Mo, I should have known you would have taken it to clothes. But I'm just saying 5 kids. And Marriott, it's not always easier. You would think that it's easier when the kids are grown. But sometimes it's still difficult. And I think that's something that you have to really be honest about yourself if you're able to handle. Because I'm not going to lie, in my relationship, that has been one of the contention points. So Susie says, what advice would you give to a woman interested in dating a man with 5 kids and 3 baby mamas? Oh, that's a good question. So it would be different with a man, because I'm assuming that Naeem's children are younger. And my husband has been honest about the fact that that was a huge issue for him when dating when the kids were younger. But I think if it's a person that has a lot of amazing qualities and you want to, I would say just take it very slow. And I also would not ever date. First of all, they have to be honest about everything. So child support, the relationship with the mothers, like everything has to be transparent. Because the reality is a lot of times the baby mama drama is not always the man's fault. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. And so if he's doing everything that he's supposed to be doing, and he really isn't with any of those 3 women, my husband had all his children before he was 24 years old. He's 47 now. So if when I met him at 41, if I decided not to date him because of what he did between 17 and 24, that I could have missed out on a great person. I don't know how his situation is, but I think as long as a person is willing to be transparent, if you can handle it, then, just be honest with yourself. That's the biggest thing, is be honest with yourself. If you know that you don't want to deal with all those kids, like one of the young ladies, Kiara, said, she had 2 kids, he had 5. She was like, 7, that's too many. And I don't blame her. It is a lot. We together have 7 and it's a lot. But again, like I said, for me, they were all grown, and Adrian was very honest about everything. And when I met them, I could tell that what he was saying was true. So anytime a man lies, I would be more concerned if he lied. I have a girlfriend that was dating this guy, and he told her he had 3 kids, and it turned out he really had 4. He lied about one whole child, like that kind of stuff. I think a person has to be honest about what they have going on, in order for you to accept that. And it's not for everybody. I would not have dated someone that had younger children, because I didn't want to, step into like soccer mom mode again. I had done that a lot, with my kids, and I just didn't feel like I wanted to go back into that. But I think you have to be honest with yourself about what you can handle. And then if you agree to do it, then, then that's what you get. And another last thing I'll say about that, you got to know, if a man has 5 children, even if they do not live with him, you can never be like, okay, I can be with him because the children live with their mother. Because at any moment in time, something can happen and all those 5 children can be in your house. So don't get with somebody thinking that you're going to be okay because the kids don't live with him at that point. His money and his time and his home have to be available to those children. So deal with what you can deal with.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Gumba said, don't forget, I got full custody of 3. Exactly. So at one point in time, he had all 3 kids. He had 3 of his 5 with him. So, I hate when people say, because I remember I went out on a date with a man and he was like, well, you don't have to worry about my kids. They don't live with me. No, because that child belongs to him. And if something were to happen to that mother, or if that child says, I want to come live with you, then you can't be like, oh no, well, your kids can't come. Like, that's not, you don't marry someone if that's how you're going to feel.
Good point.
So yeah, Naeem is going to have to really, Adrian, Gun Boss, do you have any advice for Naeem? He acknowledged that him being adopted made him want love and look for it a little, too much in the wrong place. And that he has 5 kids, 3 baby mamas, and baby mama drama. Do you have advice for him that you can put into the chat, that we could share here on the platform? Because a lot of times the man is doing the best he can, but at this point the kids are here. The kids are here, and your children are never a mistake, So we'll see if he has some advice to give to Naeem. Mo, what do you think? How would you handle that? I know you have 2 children, but how would you handle, and you don't really have baby mama drama, but
Thank God.
What would be your advice to someone dealing with that?
To him, to like try to nip that in the bud as much as possible before you start dating. But you never know how they're going to react once it happens. From situations you come getting your kids for the summer or whatever it might be, and at the same time you don't want someone to be there and ignore your kids. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, your kids have to go back home and they're going to talk about their experience. And kids are innocent. Kids, if they like them, they're going to say they like them. And if you don't already have a good, solid relationship with you not being with them, for some people, that's going to really piss them off that they like this other person. A lot of it depends on how you guys broke up. A lot of it. If you were cheating, you were going to have a harder time. Women tend to deal with you better when they end it, but if you have to end it, or if they have to end it with you because of your cheating, you're going to have a harder time. I don't know nobody that has it easy because of cheating, whether it's from the universe giving them bad energy or her. That's just the karma of it.
It's both.
You know what I mean? That's a tough one. You gotta take your time, but I would say, even if you are, before you introduce them to your kids or let your kids know, try to take care of that first, man.
Yeah, I think that,
especially if she has somebody and she's working on something, it's a little bit easier. But if she don't have nobody, that's a tougher road, boy. I ain't gonna hold you.
if she still has feelings for you.
Yeah, but you know, you want them to be in a relationship. You be like, man, I pray.
Yeah, right. I get that, but okay. Gun Boss said he has to be honest. The biggest threat of him having is baby mama problems. He has to lay all the cards on the table. Most women would have a problem with a man having 5 kids, right? He's honest.
The lay your cards on the table is very, very, and a lot of dudes are scared because they're gonna think you're gonna run them away. But I do know this about women. They respect honesty above. Even if they don't like it, they'll always respect you for telling the truth.
Well,
so
they did put him, he did almost get kicked out today because of that. But that's a lot. I don't think a dating show is probably the right platform for you to find a date. Because that's always going to, and these are young women. Like if you are your early 30s, let me tell you something. Adrian and I got together, I was in my 40s. If I was 31, 32 years old and I met a man that had 5 kids, I would have been overwhelmed. I could not have done that. That's a lot.
Right. You were overwhelmed with the idea.
I was overwhelmed and they were grown.
Right. But we meet women, the 5 kids are there. And I know you don't like that, but the 5 kids are there. It ain't like every once in a while or once in the summer or on the holidays. They're here. And it's like you take a deep breath. What is the most I've entertained? 2? I don't think I've ever done 3. I've done 2. 3 just sounds like a lot of people. 3 plus you?
3 plus you. That's 4.
Oof.
We only can get in certain types of cars. I mean, think about that. You have a regular sedan. What are we doing?
That is 3 proms, 3 graduations, 3 people telling me I ain't their daddy. You gotta understand, as the man, you're the person laying down the law. So you're already coming in as the villain, the bad guy a lot of times.
The same thing with the woman, especially with daughters.
Women come and they'll bring coloring books
but daughters like their mama.
Unless you got bad kids.
No, daughters like their mom.
If you catch them early enough,
No. I got a girlfriend that said she dated a guy, his daughter was 12.
Oh, that's
1. It was one girl, and she was like, Christal, I can't do it. I was like,
12, they already got their mindset. That 12 too late.
Yeah.
Nah.
Adrian says having kids when I did with no social media, and now we have it. Women are pressured with social media. I mean, but beyond even social media, that's just a lot of responsibility. I don't think that he should be probably on Ready to Love.
Yeah, I don't know if he got a situation. Oof, that's tough.
Because really, your focus ought to be your children.
I mean,
I'm not saying that you shouldn't have love, but this is good. Trust me, mark my words. Let's say it today on February 7th. That one of the baby mamas is going to be probably talking to us. You know, one of the baby mamas is going to start talking because they're going to be angry that he's getting attention.
See, that's the thing. It be over BS. It don't even be over nothing real.
It's real if you left me with 3 kids. That's real.
It's real if you ran me off with my 3 kids.
Anyway. But you know what? If you had 3 kids, then you should have known, hey.
I'm glad
I feel like you have a responsibility I did tell them that you have 5 daughters. I impressed upon the audience.
Here's the thing. I never understood why people had, if you didn't like the baby mama or the baby dad, the fact that you have more than one kid with them is crazy to me.
I don't understand that.
I never, and no disrespect to anyone that has but if you couldn't see the energy in one, the fact that you went back and had 2 by the same, now if you got 2, one by her, one, I get that. But 2
You
by
still like stop it.
Huh?
Stop. Like, I don't understand why people don't stop.
Man.
If you say, I mean, I know we got to move on, but I just thought his situation, it definitely touched me because it reminded me so much of my husband. But he, if you have 1 child, 2 children, stop it.
You ain't know they was wild or,
You're like, okay, I got her pregnant. Okay, I have this child. Like, why would you just keep going? He does, yeah, baby. We know you do have a set of twins.
To keep them,
that's still 4. that's still 4 pregnancies, my love. But yes, I don't even know if it's to keep them. I don't understand why, as a man, you wouldn't think, whoa, my pockets are getting ready to go down.
If a dude does that after the 2, he's doing it to keep her.
But if it's different people, why are you still having, like, why do these, I heard Cam Newton say he wants to have more. Well, he has a lot of money, but still, you don't have that much time.
Well, I don't know if you heard the latest interview, but that money is running out. Now he's feeling shame he can't give his kids all the stuff that he gave the first. Now it's a little different. He said them NFL checks ain't coming. Like, it's over.
Why does he want to have another one?
I think he said that before.
No, he said this a couple of days ago.
Oh, I don't know why.
I don't understand why men keep having children. Or women, it's definitely not women. Because as a woman, you got to know a man. That is a lot to ask a man. I remember when I got divorced, and I had 2. For a long time, I did not think any man was going to want to come in and surprisingly, a lot of men had no problem with it. Even men that didn't have kids of their own. Most guys I dated did not have kids of their own. But I did not think it was fair to expect somebody to come in and just like take care of my 2 children. Children are expensive and they take a lot of time.
But most men know they have to come in and do something. Most men are more tolerant and understanding in that situation than women are.
Well, but that's also because a man's responsibility is different with the kids. So women have to do traditionally, not all the time, because my husband is like, he did everything with his daughters like a mom would do. But most men aren't doing some of the things that moms are doing.
I'm so glad you said that. So let me ask you this. And I know this is off the subject, but I keep hearing this, well, I got to do this and do that. And that's why I felt masculine. And for men, I will be more in my feminine era. Now, you just stated that your husband did these things as a mom would do. That doesn't make him feminine. You see what I'm saying? So I personally don't buy into the fact that you got to take out your own trash or do whatever. And that's the reason why you got masculine energy. If a man came in, I think, to me, it's BS. If you're feminine, you're feminine. But to say to use that because you have to do something brings you energy, I think that's ridiculous. And you just stated your husband did everything as a mom did, and he's not walking around, well, the reason why I have feminine energy because I have to, to me, it's BS. So I'm glad you said that. And
I don't agree with that, but I don't agree with that. And I hope he's listening so he could chime in on it.
Please do.
It's funny because one of my girlfriends said he's like a mom dad. You know what I mean? Like a lot of women have said he's like a mom dad. I have another friend that's really close with his daughter. And it was strange to me that he did all the things that he did. He would go get her hair, her bundles and all kinds of stuff. But I think it's a little different when you're talking about women working, not necessarily taking your trash out, but when you are I know for myself, and even how Camille mentioned earlier, when you are in a male dominated industry and you have to be tough so that you don't get taken advantage of, it does create you have to kind of put up a defense, right? And it's like how a football player puts on the pads to keep from getting hurt, and then you have to, it's harder and harder to take those pads off. So I do think that there is some relevance to that, because I feel like I've dealt with it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like being an entrepreneur in the entertainment industry, dealing with male managers and male artists, and I just had an incident earlier today. We are going to discuss the other folks on the show, T. I'm sorry. She's like, y'all are off topic. But I do think that happens. And I think, Camille mentioned that today. She had to get, well, in the marriage and her vows, that she had to let go of some of that. And there's some other things that I think that we could talk about later that kind of prove that. But if you are in a male-dominated industry, then you kind of take on some of those characteristics,
You have to manage that. It doesn't mean that someone comes in your life and you have to learn. It might be difficult, but you, whether a man is there or not, you have to learn how. If I'm working around all women, I'm not going to come. Like, you have to manage that. I get it, but you have to manage it. No one should be able to come in your life. I mean, it could help, but you still, it's like time management. You have to manage your time. You have to.
But I think the right person that you can trust. Camille obviously said that she never met someone that took care of her heart the way that Cornelius did. She also said something that was huge. Speaking about children, she said, "Thank you for being an amazing role model for my son."
That's dope.
And also for being for allowing him to see his mother being loved the right way. Right. That's huge. So when a woman is loved that way, it does make you naturally, it's like, animals adapt to the environment, right? If it's cold outside, Zuri's coat gets bigger. When it's warm and she doesn't have to protect herself, her coat sheds and it gets sleeker. When you are with a man that makes you feel safe and protected, it makes you be able to exhale and relax. When you're not, and I think that still falls on the woman's responsibility to find a man that makes you feel safe so that you can relax and can allow yourself to be feminine. If you're dating somebody who is constantly causing problems and broke and that's not safe, So I think that, and not being a good leader, then you keep that guard up. But the reality is you just don't need to be with those men. But I do think that it's beautiful for a boy child or a girl child, children, to see their mother and father being treated right, and to see a dynamic that's healthy.
I like that.
Okay. So let's get back to talking about, we talked about Naeem. We talked about Angie, and we talked about Will. So it was no surprise to see, I was not surprised to see Naeem or Will. And I figured they would vote to keep Naeem on because he's attractive and Will is kind of awkward. So I wasn't surprised to see him be the one on the chopping block. But I do think it's good that Tommy decided to keep both of them, because it's not fair to kick them off before the other 5 women are able to see them. Now let's talk about the women.
Once he told them hold up, I already knew what I was like, oh yeah, he gonna keep him.
Tommy is funny to me. Tommy said, I'm the best to do this. I'm good at what I do. I said, you better talk your stuff, Tommy. Showed up like a whole Kappa Alpha Psi man. But let's talk about the girls. So they put your girl True and Sahara in the bottom 2. Let's talk about Sahara.
I knew she was gonna be at the bottom.
How did you know Sahara was gonna be at the bottom?
Ain't nobody want that lady.
Oh.
This thing. She had too much male energy. Now, if out of that whole group, if you had to say what was the quintessential Philadelphian, it will be her.
Really?
Oh, hands down, hands down. And you can see it through the clips they were playing of the of the upcoming episodes. Like, you gotta relax, man. You really gotta like too much.
Relax.
Like, I don't know. It's too much.
I did not get that from her as much when she was
Tattoo on the neck let me know as well. I was like, you doing like relax. You too much man energy for me, man.
She did have a very large tattoo on her neck.
Like, she's pretty, but she could be prettier if she toned it down.
You mean her mouth?
Her mouth, just the energy, just the.
She didn't really have any makeup on. She didn't have any makeup on, really.
They don't wear it. Those type of women don't not wear makeup.
She didn't have any makeup on. She did have her tattoo on her neck. But I didn't see her at. You know what's funny? I see Deanna, the firefighter, as the typical Philly chick.
No.
Really?
And we're gonna get to her. We really gonna get to her. That's the one that surprised me. I'll just say it.
I thought that she was the prettiest person tonight. Her face is gorgeous. She is beautiful.
She is. The smile, the teeth, the eye. She is the prettiest one out of all of them.
I am so surprised and proud of you.
Are you proud of me?
Because of what she has on.
I don't care, but she's so pretty. I don't care what she got on.
Okay. Yeah, she was pretty. She's very pretty.
Yes, she is.
And I really hope we got to get back to Sahara. Let's finish up with Sahara.
Yeah, let's finish up with Sahara.
So I didn't really know that the guys were not feeling her. I didn't get anything from her when she was talking, right? But her energy when she got
thank you
chopping block.
That part, that's Philly. Thank you.
Was crazy.
There you go. Thank you.
And she stood on it. She did not. I kept thinking she was going to act like she was playing, but she had a nasty attitude. And she's got to go home next week. Like, literally, she's got to go home next week, because why would you think that the guys there, you could tell all of them to F off, and you fired them. You got nothing for none of them. And then you think that they're not going to talk to these new guys at all? Like, that energy is going to carry over.
Out of the new guys, there's going to be one that fall for it. That's how it go. 1 out of 5.
Yeah, obviously, because we saw that one of them had her back. But that's also because it's probably the game. So she probably got in somebody's ear with the games. But I was like, she needs to go home just for that response right there.
Yeah, that's the tip of the iceberg. I can tell what the attitude and the energy is. And when I saw that even before then, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a problem. When
she realized that her name, she was like, Sahar, who? Like, how they don't feel me? How could you not feel me? Like, and you got to look at her compared to the other women. Girl,
I feel you got the least body out of any. I'm going to keep it real. You got the least body. You built like a boy. I'm going to keep it real with you. Nah, I'm sorry. You got lost in the see. No. I already saw it. And then you would be cool it would have been cool if you were cool. But to have that energy when you built like, and now she ain't never going to come on the show. I ain't mean to say it, but I just got mad.
The spirit moved you.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. We got to be honest. We just got to be honest.
I just felt it in my spirit to say
it. It did. It came out. I think, for me as a girl that has, cookies and cakes, as I call the curves. Shut up, Mo. I really, really always am jealous of girls that are built like that, because I'm like, that would be awesome to be able to wear whatever you want to wear.
Don't be jealous of that.
But I just think there's a guys that like everything, but the way she carried herself was so unattractive and so disgusting. And the fact that she that she almost like compared to the rest of the girls, how dare you pick me?
See what I'm saying? It wasn't her body, it was the attitude times the body. Cause now I'm looking for stuff. Okay, that's what I'm gonna point out. Like if you had a cool attitude, I wouldn't even cared about that. But like, nah, man, can't do that.
I gotta put the picture up here just so that those that did not or may not be able to remember. I'm sure everybody knows who we're talking about. But I didn't like what she had on. She was the worst dressed outside of. There was a lot of bad dress.
I don't like the nose ring. I didn't like the tattoo. I didn't like it.
Yeah, and then this just is not a flattering outfit, and it's wrinkled. It's wrinkled.
I didn't like your comment about what did you say, Sahara, like the desert, but not.
But a little bit wetter. I think she's saying that because she don't have the curves of the other women, and so maybe she's trying to lead with sexuality. Hey, you there? I wish I was naturally thin. Trust me, I have always been jealous of. I have a girlfriend that's tall and thin, and I am secretly jealous. But hey, we got to work with what you got to handle the cards you were dealt. Not she looks like she smokes Black and Miles and weed and drinks Taylorport. Linda. Linda, listen, Linda. Her attitude definitely did all of that for me.
She said Taylorport. Somebody came over my house with a bottle of that.
Recently?
Last year, I didn't know what it was. And then I went and, well, long story short, they sold it at the gas station.
Oh. So basically, she didn't think nothing of your invite. She stopped by on the way there at the Hood gas station.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. And it's actually, it's not in my, I got a wine rack. It's not in there, but it is off to the side just in case a little hood rat chick comes. Anyway, it's not important.
Not is still there. And you know what? That's a good point, Haitian Empress. I should not feel sorry for her because at this body size, first of all, you can get anything. You can get clothes at every time you go someplace to get clothes. I went to go get something the other day with a boutique owner, and she's like, all the mediums and larges are gone. You know, we have plenty of smalls and a gang of extra smalls. So no, I don't feel sorry for you, Zara. You can wear anything, and you can wear cheap clothes because you don't have to worry about it falling on your body, right? So no, you have no excuse for showing up in this beige, ill-fitting top that's wrinkled. No, ma'am. Because you could probably wear a 0 or a 2, and that means that you have plenty of options. You can go to 5 set. You can go to all them little bitty stores with the cheap clothes because when you're super skinny, they're gonna always look good on you.
Nobody had an iron-on set. Nobody.
A steamer.
Yes.
Hell, put it in the dryer before you left the house. Throw it in the dryer.
I think they put it on when they put it in it when they got there in the trailer.
She did not bring this with her. She wore that from the house. She did not bring this with her. She wore this from the house.
And I got a feeling you took an Uber over there.
Yeah, that came from the house. That did not come from. That was not in a garment bag. No.
No disrespect to her. I just feel like you got to be very, very careful when you're talking like that, because now people are going to look at you under a magnifying glass.
Because the way you acted, like, how dare they?
Yeah.
I thought Kiara was very pretty.
She was at the bottom of the list. Not that she's something's wrong.
She's a busty girl.
Yes.
You don't like the busty people.
Yes, I do.
No, you told me that you no longer are into it.
Oh, don't put that information out there. I don't like someone. Well, it's a certain. Don't put my. You got to put my information out there. I'll be saying stuff to you secretly.
I thought we shared that with the people before.
No,
Oh, okay, sorry.
Don't
strike that from the record.
I like some of them, not all.
Strike it.
I had an issue with somebody that was. Anyway, it's not important, y'all.
You did. I thought we were just saying. I thought you would share it with the family.
You're trying to run all the women away from me now.
No, I'm not. I did think you would share that because you impressed that upon me several times that you were no longer
What she was super. I don't want super no more. I'm cool.
I can't stand you. But no, I thought Kiara was cute. I thought and the guys liked her. I'm putting him out there because he did tell me that, y'all. I thought he told y'all that too.
Yeah, it was something anyway. But
Sahara is 34.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Now, say this. No, I don't even want to say that. Like, I just think for 30, especially being at 34, her energy just tone it down a little bit, man.
She is a home health care provider and hair company owner. And the knee length braids let me know that she gets her weave for free. I mean, her bundles. I'm just saying that just lets you know. Because those are, if you have bundles that long, it's expensive. Yeah. Yeah. The end was horrible. She basically, because to me, if you come on a dating show, you got to know that there's a possibility that you could go into the bottom. And you see how the guys were. Even Shrew didn't act a fool.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't think we've ever seen anybody have that response ever in the history of Ready to Love. That was the worst response to being picked and put in the bottom two ever.
Thank you. I'm glad. See, I'm glad you said that.
I thought she was joking too, Joda, at first. And then when she kept on and the guys were like, whoa, you could tell they were even surprised.
Thank you. But I will say this about True, though, even. True is the second best. It's just the outfit.
You talking about the prettiest.
The prettiest. Let me not. It wasn't just
her attitude with the.
Let me not say that. But as far as the prettiest, I do think so. You know who I think of. We'll get to that. Number one.
Well, let's go there now because I thought Deanna was the prettiest. She's just a very pretty girl. I still don't like the blonde, but that's her perspective.
I'm
not
mad at it.
I don't like it, but that's cool. But what I really hope though, because I like her personality so much, and the fact that she's a firefighter, she doesn't take herself too seriously. She has a great body. I just think that I hope the men will not hold her job against her. Like, oh, she's got it, like that, because that's not a popular job for a woman. I hope that the guys are not thrown off by that job.
I would hope not, but it does say something about a character. It depends on how you look at things.
Right.
It really depends on how you look at things. Like, this woman is a woman that's not afraid to step outside the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say, but I do see a soft space in her. I really do.
Yeah, I really like her.
And she has good energy.
Mm-hmm.
She smiles. She has a great smile. She is absolutely the prettiest one that, to me.
Yeah.
The energy was good. I don't really have anything bad to say yet. I do think guys could be intimidated, but I don't know. I think the guys from Philadelphia might look at it a little bit different. They'll just look at it as she's got a good job.
Yeah. Well, not Atlanta, man. I would not trust. I hope so, because I think that's definitely a different energy there. I like the fact that most of the girls didn't have on a ton of makeup. They seem very much comfortable in their own skin, which is good to see. Not even a lot of like lace fronts and stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it just seemed to be women that were a little bit more natural and comfortable. That seemed to be what we saw.
What? The further you go up north, the more you're gonna get that.
Yeah. Now you got a lot of attitude and energy, but
you're gonna get.
But yeah, I think it's a good change and switch from what we saw there. We did see your girl Zadia. I was surprised you didn't mention Zadia.
I was, but I'm gonna keep it real. We ain't gonna probably interview her ever again. After I saw Zadia without makeup on, she don't look the same to me. I'm straight. Y'all can go Google and do your research, whatever. I'm straight. I know what it really looked like. I'm cool.
Now that's rough. That's harsh.
She looked good with it on.
Now I will say this: Chris looks very different than he did in the DC season. He grew out the beard, and then it connects.
It didn't. He cut it too short. It looks weird.
And it has the line. I saw the line that we talked about.
It looks very sketched out. I don't like
it. Was sketched out. It was sketched out. It was. He is Druzy, but it's ready to love. We're all in rare form tonight.
I said, oh, Druzy, hey, you'll be all right.
Now I fell asleep during the wedding. It wasn't that long.
No, it wasn't. The speeches were for each other. I'm like, I ain't even here for this. But we get it. It was a special to encourage the other people that this could happen to you.
They had something to say. And you got to realize Camille and Cornelius got a lot of negative feedback on their season. People did not like them. So it was like a aha.
She's a very pretty young lady.
You think so? Okay.
No, she is. She is. I don't know if I should say this.
Say it. You already out there.
I like the way she looked when they showed the clip of the show. She still looked good in the dress, but when I was like, damn, I never saw that season.
Yeah.
But still look good either way. I mean, I can understand why the brother, and just that, I don't know her energy, so I really can't speak on that. But
on the show, it was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. But I do think that some of the things they were sharing, even Tommy said he admitted he didn't believe in it at first, right? Because they left the show early. Camille didn't have a connection with anybody but Cornelius. Cornelius did have a connection with a few other people, but because of his beliefs and him being very what's up, Run That Back podcast.
What up?
For him being very just conservative, it didn't mesh well with the rest of the crew. Tihu asked about the bouquet. You know what? I felt like it was a very natural wedding. Yeah. Didn't really, I don't really, I think Zadia had on a yellow dress. I don't remember, but, Sabrina. Yeah, Sabrina is married, but we were talking about people that met. Both people are on Ready to Love, because there's been quite a few people that have got married from the show with someone else, but these people are married to people that were on the show. Even though Walter and Sabrina did not date on the show, they did meet that year. Not the bouquet was a Hobby Lobby creation. You know what, Haitian Empress?
You know what? Michael's or Hobby Lobby.
Was. I saw it, but they had their own ceremony.
The budget must have been cheap over there. Good gracious.
No, well, Sabrina got married to Walter, but this was the other Sabrina, not the Sabrina that was tall, and this was the Sabrina that was dating the other guy that got married to Walter. I don't think they got married yet. I think they're engaged. They may be married, but I know they're engaged. We talked about their engagement. But yeah, I just was very disgusted with Sahara. I want her to go home.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. It was, as we went on, I will say this. They did look better than they did on the thing that we were rating them on.
In the pictures, yeah. Sometimes the pictures don't do it justice. I did think that Angie looked the same, the red dress. Actually, I think everybody looked the same. You just got a chance to really see their personalities, right?
Right.
And I think we knew that Deanna was pretty from her picture, but I just, her attitude and energy was very, very attractive.
There you go. It shocked me. Like I said, I switched it around, but like that's why I gave the disclaimer when we first started. That was just based on we were just having fun and whatever.
Yeah,
but
we said that we knew it was going to change once we got into the show. Now I will say, a lot of women were into Eddie. This is Eddie.
Got you.
Actually, he had a conversation with Deanna, and she said that was her type. Eddie looks like to me the typical Philly guy, like the beard, the very thick beard. Looks like he's probably Muslim.
Eddie, special Eddie. Got you.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy, tall, thin. You know, they did call him Rick Fox, which I thought was funny. Because it doesn't look like Rick Fox at all. But I don't know, but that, you know, like Bean Pie, like he does look like he is a Muslim brother. But very, very good looking. We didn't really see much of him. The ladies were attracted to him. It was obvious, but we didn't really see much of him. His conversation. Angie was very thirsty. She was willing to. Somebody would have got knocked out. I mean, she was not. It was two-handed. It was aggressive. It was not. She was not.
Yeah, that was
not going to be denied that bouquet. And I'm not even like that. Wasn't when you couple that with the fact of how serious she was about the guy getting her number.
Right. I'm glad you pointed that out. That's a fact.
I do. Diane says, Crystal, don't you think the firefighter lady's dress was ill-fitted? Yes. I did not like what she had on at all. I did not like what she had on.
I'll be honest with you. And I will next time, I promise. I didn't even pay attention to the outfit.
The black bra was showing. It you know what it gave me, Diane? It gave me not used to wearing girly clothes.
Oh man, you read my mind. So that's what I was about to say. So
see, the bra straps are showing. And all you got to do here is get a nice little push-up bra, a little bandeau top. You know, that's all you got to do. So
let me ask you this. As women, well, I reverse it. I'm even talking to the men at this point. Do we, and obviously every brother has their own preference, but when they're cool and you're attracted to them, this is the point where we're not paying attention to those details. It always has to be a woman to point those things out to us.
I don't think so, because you don't like women that don't dress well.
No, but that comes from grooming of other women, pointing stuff out, and then I'll say, "Oh, okay, I'm supposed to look for that."
So you needed somebody to point out the loose boots?
Yes. Over time, every time a woman has pointed out something to me that's not right, I make a checkpoint, and then the next time I see a woman, I point it out. Like, for instance, this part, the corner part right here. I never knew to look inside there. And women be like, you don't see her new growth and all this other stuff? I wasn't even checking for that.
The glue and the net.
Even edges. I'll go as far as that. I never even noticed until other women pointed out.
How can you not notice if someone's edges are gone?
Because I wasn't checking for it. You guys are checking for it because you have them as well.
Well, first of all, everybody has edges except you.
I promise you, you remember the weekend too. My cousin's friend that pointed out there was a woman that managed the store Baker's, and I was talking to her. I got her phone number. And then we walking out the store, my cousin's friend was like, she ain't got no edges. And I was like, what is edges? I didn't know. And then me and that woman 2 days later went out to dinner. And I'm not lying on this woman. She scratched her head like this, and her whole head rocked back and forth. And then I saw no hair right there. I didn't know.
So you're saying that you never would have noticed, if you had been intimate with this young lady, you would never have noticed that her edges were missing?
I didn't know to look for that.
But if you look at a person's face, you can't see that it's starting back here.
I was looking at other stuff.
That's the thing. You're focused. Are you just looking at TNA only?
No, she had
hips.
She had I wasn't looking for that. Now, mind you, this is the same woman I done kicked out my house twice.
Well, that's probably why her edges are gone because she's got Jesus Christ.
But anyway,
Why was that? Anyway, I don't believe that someone told you that a woman is not supposed to have loose boots. I think that you did not like the way that the boots were fitting her leg.
no, they was like, why her boots like that? And then I looked down. I didn't even look down. I never thought.
But this is a friend that I knew that you said had the boots were.
And then when I looked down, yeah, guess because I can't say what she did, but I noticed, and then I sent you a picture. Why are we talking about? I don't want to talk about this. Move on. I don't want to talk about this.
The point is, I think that guys would notice that that's not good.
But
the black bra showing. But I look forward to seeing what Deanna's going to put on the rest of the season. Obviously, she's a firefighter. Most firefighters, even the guys, and it's interesting that they have a male firefighter as well. That's interesting.
You think that was done on purpose?
I don't know. Is that a popular job in Philly? Are there a lot of firefighters?
There's firehouses everywhere, Christal.
I know, but I'm just saying there's never been firefighters in any other cities.
Because they wasn't checking for them.
No, women are always checking for firefighters. They're usually attractive because they work out and they have good shoulders.
What I'm saying is maybe because they got two in the interview process, they decided, you know what? Let's just see if they link up just because they have the same occupation.
Gil was not on Ready to Love. He was on Married at First Sight. And yes.
You just went over my head. I don't know what you're talking about. But
what I said earlier, I stand on it. Firefighters are usually attractive. At least the fit, the setup, I like to call it the setup, is right. And don't say broke Gil, because Gil was a firefighter. He was an honest man. Don't do that. Don't do that, Haitian. The chick that he went out with, anyway,
Empress,
he was very attractive. And the girl was upset because she wanted to travel abroad and all. Man, please.
He couldn't. He had to put out fires.
He had to put out fires. And I just feel like, I don't feel like with firefighters, I mean, and he could apply to been fire chief, and he was sending money home to Panama. She was stupid. That was a stupid woman. There were so many women trying to get, anyway, moving back to Ready to Love. There are the other guy that's a firefighter. Yeah, firefighters definitely.
What's the guy firefighter? Because I forgot.
Hold on, let me pull him up, because yes.
Was he out the first 5 or the second 5?
He's in the second 5.
Oh, okay, because I knew it was one when we talked about, okay, second 5. He's
in the second 5. They haven't seen him yet. His name is Cameron, and this is the one that had the different color blacks on.
But see, I'm glad you said that. So exactly, they did that on purpose.
Well, I mean, but my point was, firefighters are people that work with their hands. They're not, I mean, I don't think that you're going to find too many metrosexual firefighters. Just doesn't go.
What does that got to do with anything?
I'm not going to read these comments because Haitian Empress is throwing me off. She said, when I saw the preview for Mass, his aura of brokenness radiated. The outcome was not a surprise. Ma'am, do you know how many women would have dealt with that brokenness for? And he wasn't necessarily broke. He just wasn't like, she's silly. Anyway, no, I'm going to go back to that. But I'm just saying that firefighters are usually the kind of guys that are going to wear like sweats and athleisure. They're not usually, because that it's a blue collar job.
It's a civil.
Yes, but they're not like usually, because a man is going to probably be pumping a lot of iron. And, you know, just he's not.
What?
I'm saying he's probably going to be working out a lot at the firehouse. I don't think.
I don't know what he's doing at the firehouse. Cooking.
I've been to the firehouse before.
Watching TV.
I have dated a couple of firefighters.
We know.
Well, yeah. But yeah, they work out at the firehouse.
Listen, that has nothing to do with character.
No, but my point is they may not be the best dressers, but they have good bones. So dress them like the girl. That's what I was getting to. There's good bones underneath it because they're in shape. So if you get somebody that's in shape, then don't worry about what he has on. You can put his clothes on later.
This is what they're trying to change him.
It's not trying to change him. It's just introducing him to something new. And most men have no problem if you buy their clothes. Trust me. And even with Deanna, if she was dating a guy that was like, you know what, baby, I think this would look good on you, I think she would have no problem putting it on. And I think she would look great because she has a great body. She just needs to know that she don't wear black bras with to come out of the khaki dress. Shoulder, she's showing a little cold shoulder, off the shoulder dress, no black bra. That's all.
Okay.
Would you, if you met a girl and you really liked her, but you didn't like how she dressed, would you try to introduce her to different fashions?
Depending on how old she is.
What does that have to do with it?
Depending on how old we are. Because depending on how old I am.
Today.
No.
Today.
No. Because I date women in their 40s at this point, and if she ain't got it by now, she ain't going to get it. No.
So you would pop the balloon?
No, wouldn't do it.
I don't believe you.
Because she gonna resort back to what she knows.
But not if you or guys are together. She may take.
Well, I got dressed every day. I ain't doing that.
Hey, I do it. I like it.
I'm not doing that. If you don't know,
I love tricking off on Adrian. And I just, I like to dress him.
I'm gonna lay out somebody's clothes on the bed.
I do. He likes me to do it.
Yeah, that's a woman doing it. I'm not doing it as a man to a woman. If she ain't figured it out by now, I'm not doing it.
But you told me that you bought a girl some clothes.
That's how I learned. When I was in my late 20s, well, I might have been 30. That's how I learned. Me buying her the stuff, and her sister knew what it was. Her sister would go in her closet. She wouldn't iron the stuff. She wouldn't put certain stuff in the cleaners. Like I learned from her. I'm glad you said that. I'll never do that again.
Oh, stop it. You sound like a bitter old man. Stop it, sir.
It is what it is. If you don't know, you don't know. I'm gonna accept you as you are. I'm gonna leave you alone.
So would that be a deal breaker if the girl just dressed? Well, obviously it's not, because you've dated people that like to.
Yeah. I dated people that had a fashion that was 15 years after it happened.
20.
But they were still fashion.
Anybody who looks like they take a Walmart bedazzler to their clothes is not in fashion at all. But hey, you liked it and we loved it. Haitian, look. You coming for me for? Why are you coming for me on this show?
Get her.
She's an equal opportunity assassin. She has come up. No, he did not buy me the purple dress with the gloves. And we've already talked about that. I said it was a mistake.
Thank you for pointing that.
I said it was a mistake. I have no problem with that. And no, Adrian did not buy it. Adrian does not buy clothes. He's not that person. I'm the one that buys the clothes in the house. I dress him. Don't do that. Haitians, enough. Enough. You coming for me on a Friday night. All right. So any predictions as of today? I predict that obviously we know from that clip, Sahara, she's going to be a problem, right? And she's probably going to go super hard, because anytime somebody gets, has a chip on their shoulder, now she has something to prove. So now it's more about winning than it is about finding love. Now she's out to prove the guys are wrong and she wants to win.
She will do that.
Yes.
I think the school teacher, I forget the lady's name. I didn't have my notes. I didn't write it down. Next week, I promise I would. I think she's going to actually do the work though, with herself.
Who?
The one with the floral dress.
True?
Huh?
You think True is going to do the work?
Yeah, I think she's going to do the work.
I don't think
gonna be
look like it
first. Even if she walks out of here with nobody, she's still going to do the work for herself. I think she's going to take that information in. She's going to process it. And it's going to be a step. She ain't going to get it the first time. It's going to be a process.
Did you see when she said that she was talking? I think it was Naeem, and he was like, you didn't want me to call. You gave me a fake number. And she was like, well, fake number, it don't matter. You still didn't call. She's fussing at him.
That was her?
Yes.
Damn, my bad.
So let's just do away. Start over again. Start over again with your predictions.
Okay. Now, if that was the first guy, Naeem, she'll get it right with the next one. But if that was him, if that was the second guy, she's done.
She's not gonna get it right, and I'm gonna tell you why. She thinks that she knows more than everybody because she's done some therapy, and she is a counselor or a teacher, so she already has that.
I'm schooling you.
Yeah, she has that energy, and it comes off as very condescending, and I don't think that's not a good dating.
That's
good dating energy.
Point. And I hope we get a chance to interview her. I like that. That's a great point. But I think there's potential there. I don't know on this show, but moving forward in her life, if she doesn't get on the show, I think that's something she could take with her. That's a great point.
Yeah, I think that because she went to therapy once, that means that she's somebody that's committed to try to be better. So she may not get it on this show, but I think she'll be okay. But I don't expect her to find love.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. I ain't gonna hold you. You're right.
I don't expect that she's ready to love.
You know, this is still part of her therapy, possibly.
This is probably going to be an opportunity for her to grow. I expect Kiara to have a lot of interest and to be there for a long time. She seems like somebody that's really ready for a relationship and really excited. Like, I think because these girls are younger, that's probably going to be I think she's going to do well. I don't know if she'll stay to the end, but I know that she'll definitely have somebody that's trying to scoop her up. Let me show everybody in case you don't remember Kiara. She's the chesty gal. Chesty gal. Here we go. Yeah. She's very spoiled. But yeah, I think she's going to do well. I think girls that know how to cater to men do well on dating shows. And I think she knows how to cater to men.
Okay, that's fair.
Obviously, your girl Zahara does not. And you probably did see, Haitian Empress said she thought she saw a nipple. If not a nipple, definitely an areola. Because, it was right. The dress was doing all it could to keep it together. But she looked cute. We'll have to see how people come the second day, because a lot of times when you're on camera, this is the tricky thing about TV. You could think that something looks cute, but it will look different on camera, specifically for women. Like something that could look cute, on camera may look like you're busting out of it. So,
that's fair. I don't know if they on there they get like dailies or anything like that where they can see what they've done and be like, yo, I need to.
I don't think so. No, they don't get any dailies like that. No. But you're right. The color of a dress may look, you have to look at something really. Like what they should do is put yourself on video, and then record yourself, put it on a television in the outfit, put it up on your TV screen and see what it looks like.
No, but think this though, this is real. There's no excuse for this era in social media for people to not know.
That's what I'm saying. Just record yourself and then look at it, because you're on, and especially like for the confessionals, like they will use the same confessional look for several episodes. So you're going to keep seeing it over and over and over again. And it's really going to be focused on that top. And if your top has cleavage spilling out, or it's crazy. It's not good. It's not good.
And you got me going back to see if I can see a little something.
Well, you guys definitely tune in. We had a good time tonight. Tune in because we're going to be back tomorrow night for part 2 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I want to say this before tomorrow night. There has been some foolishness going on, foolishness and folly.
Speak about it. Speak about it.
Let's speak on it with Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I was shown the pre-episodes, right? I mean the reunion,
the real
prior. From what I'm hearing, Melody has been threatening to sue Carlos King, and so they took down the media version that was up, and they have put another they've taken it down and they're putting another edited version. So there's some information that I will have that is being taken out of tomorrow's episode. Now, that information, let me just tell you, would really, really, really upset the mellow meters. They would be furious, not necessarily with, well, they would be furious with another person that said the information, but really they would be shocked at their queen.
And I'm clapping not because of they'll be shocked at their queen. I'm clapping because I already know the information, but I'm clapping for Christal because Christal's being bold enough to like put that information kind of out there without putting.
I'm not gonna say what it is, at least not today.
Out there, but just know that you'll be getting a watered down, or you won't even be getting the version that you should be getting, the real.
Yes, just know that the information is being kept, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't know what exactly all they're going to keep or cut out, but I do know that they've cut some of this information out because, and some of it, obviously, you guys know some of it. There's 2 parts to it. The first part is that Destiny accused Melody and Martell of trying to groom her to have a threesome.
Woo!
That's the first part. And Destiny actually, I had a conversation with Destiny, and Destiny told me that she should not have used the word grooming. Because that's not fair, right? She meant that it was like, just like, I guess suggested or just the energy was there, right? So she admitted she shouldn't have said that word grooming. And she also, there's a lot that they had already edited out, so it made her look kind of crazy. But she said that oh my gosh, is it frozen again?
No, it stopped, but it kicked back in. You're good.
Oh my gosh. She said that she has no problem. Like she wasn't afraid because she's had threesomes before. So it's not like she was saying that she was afraid of Melody and Martell. But that's the first part of it. So I don't, if that's taken out, I don't have a problem telling that because some other blogs already have said that. So that definitely was in there. But there's another part of that has nothing to do with Destiny that comes out that is crazy that has been taken out.
Right.
So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but meet us right back here, right after the reunion.
So with the reunion is at 9, we're on at 10, correct?
The reunion may be on at 8.
Oh, pardon me. The reunion is at 8. We're on at 9. Please come back here at 9 o'clock.
Please come back. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to tell you something. This second version is way better than the first.
Woo!
The second version is worth us spending Saturday night together. We need to spend the time and we need to talk about it. So please make sure that you come and we'll go from there. Oh my gosh.
You're back out, but I'm
out. I see myself. I'm out. But yeah, I got to get this fixed.
You're back. You're back.
Yeah, but trust me, guys, we need to spend the time talking tomorrow night. I don't even know. Tomorrow night. Yes, we got to, because you said Christal is frozen. It's crazy. The second part of the Love and Marriage Huntsville, or as we call it, the Arrest and Infidelity Huntsville, is off the chain, and we have to go into it. I also will say that last week we gave our best and worst dressed. There is a new contender. A new contender.
You have to tune in tomorrow to see.
So we gotta just do it all over again tomorrow with the best and worst dressed.
Absolutely.
So yes, we'll see you guys then. Sun Goddess, Mo said he did not check for edges, but I feel like most men are aware if you have bald.
And if he is aware, check that man. I mean, now I'm aware because women have pointed it out to me, but I didn't know the look before.
In any case, yeah, we'll see you guys here tomorrow at 9 o'clock sharp. It's gonna be a good time. I will did I tell you guys about what Sugar Pie was doing?
Oh Lord. Dogs.
Well, I told when I was with you and C-Dub.
Right.
Sugar Pie was missing and she had ran out to Gallivant with this little, she's in heat, and she had ran out to say, to spend some time with this little chihuahua that lives around the corner. We couldn't, she was missing for like 3.5 hours. It was crazy. I was in tears on the way home, thought she was gone, because where we live, there's like coyotes and stuff around here. So she came back. My mom texted me she was back. I was excited. Now, the next morning when Adrian goes to work, the small chihuahua is back. He is waiting outside in the front window. And she's crying to get out. I told you guys about that. Yesterday, Sugar Pie, my brother is here. Sugar Pie sees her boyfriend outside, runs out, and leaves with him again. She's gone another 3.5 hours. Now, at this point, I just feel like she's playing in our face. I just want to show you guys. So she got her dress on, and this is how she came back to the house.
Look at this nasty stuff. Look at it.
She came back to the house with her dress almost over her head. I have not. I've been so mean to her. I put her in her cage. I was so mad at her. Now she's just trying to get back on my good side. I am furious. Sugar Pie came back looking like she had been rode hard and put away wet. Trust me, she got in trouble. But I'm saying, like, y'all, for real though, look at the guilt.
She's out there trying to get the D. Look at that. Look at it.
Look at her. That is wild.
Hey, yo.
I'm serious. I was so mad. I took a picture of her. How dare she come back looking like this? Crazy ass dog. She has been, this dog keeps coming out here. So today he came back, and I let her out, but I yelled at her to get back in the house, and I let the Rottweilers out, and they did their thing. We got to get rid of him. But do you know that she got mad? So the pit was out with her today. I'm sorry for telling y'all this story, but I just can't believe my dog is a hoe. So the pit was out with her. The dog comes over. The pit nips at him to make him leave. And Sugar Pie got mad at her big brother. She got upset. So I just, she had a taste of something. I don't know. This is the pit telling her to get her behind in the house.
See what they do for the D fellas.
Not Tatiana. She is.
Tatiana.
She is. Y'all, I'm so disgusted. I'm so disgusted with Sugar Pie. I'm so disgusted with the dog. Man, I'm telling you, she is at the window every morning looking for this little Negro. She is Haitian, and she is. So I just y'all extend your prayers to Sugar Pie, because first of all, I don't know if we're gonna have puppies. We were holding out for some, because she's like AKC registered. She was extremely expensive, and that's not what we got her for, to be out here hoeing in these streets with a random Chihuahua.
Dogs don't pull out.
I know, Mo. I know. We're gonna have to wait for a month or so. I looked up the doggy morning after. Pray the Jezebel away, please, because she obviously has a Jezebel. This is a Jezebel spirit. Anyway, we'll see y'all here tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 9 o'clock.
Tomorrow, 9 o'clock. I don't know if she's gonna be with me or not, but we'll see. We'll get it. Y'all don't say she's knocked up. Y'all pray the Jezebel spirit away and pray that he was not potent and that we don't have puppies. But she went out with him twice for 4 hours per time.
Oh no, he done shot the club up. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
One time maybe, but 2 times, come on now.
Good night. Good night and farewell. We'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Remember, arrest and infidelity, Huntsville.
Thank y'all.
Bye.